But yeah, that's the wrong button. We wanted YouTube. 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 I like how I looked at the YouTube inside YouTube. I was like, we're not at YouTube. 4B. Access. That's me. Looking at EXPO posters. Arigato. Alexa, stop. Not my Alexa almost doxing me. Mm-hmm. It's like, I can personally address you. I'm like, no, you can't. No, you can't. Can't do that. Silly, silly Billy. Alright, so anyway, so this is the first poster that I did. Speaking of, I need to fix this, that's not all the way over to the edge. That one wing was bothering me. So, because the whole theme of the expo is like like what I do, right? That is the theme for the Osaka Station Expo. And so it talks about like who I am. Hey, Alistair. Like who I am, what I do, like how I started reality, and then like talking about like my experience as a streamer, like why I do informationals and tutorials, you know, and why I want to share like learning how to stream with people, because I think, well, one, streaming is very difficult to get into, right? Not everybody thrives at the beginning of their streaming career, right? So I do think like that's a very important part of me, because that is my brand, that's my identity. Like I'm not trying to like grow me, I'm trying to grow you guys. Do I have to do this? Do what? The poster? Do you want to get into the station? Like, do you want to join the Osaka Station Expo? Because if so, then yeah, you gotta make a poster. It's a reality world. So reality worlds are metaverses inside the application, right? So it can be, most metaverses are based off of real life locations. Like we've had the Tokyo Dome, and we had a whole like ASPA concert, right? So the Reality Expo in Osaka Station is in collaboration with the rail line in Osaka. Okay. And so you know how in like railroad, like in train stations, there's all these like billboards, all these like, you know, stands basically that have posters on them, like advertisements. So you can make a poster, submit it, and then the company can decide whether or not it should be displayed for all of reality to have access to. Okay, so anybody who enters into that world could discover your poster. Help me make one. Yeah, right. So there's no guarantee that you'll get in, but it doesn't hurt to try to partake, right? So this one I feel like is very conclusive of who I am, but I feel like it is too busy, right? I feel like it's too much at you for like a quick diagram. That's just a 4B. I liked that photo of 4B, right? So then I made another one that was slightly less, but the font is tiny, right? And so I included all three on this next poster. So yeah, so I included all three because technically I do have three main models. Typically you'll see me using 4B or Ben, simply because those are the ones I've had the longest. But then there is D. Yeah, poor D is always getting forgotten. Hey, Nezuko. Right, poor D is always getting forgotten. They are my they, them. Right, so as for written, I do use all pronouns: he, she, her, him, and then they, them. right? So it doesn't really matter what pronouns you decide to use. I'm probably going to respond, right? But yeah, D forgets is forgotten all the time. Hey, Fosmic. Um, and so again, it talks about like who I am in it, right? Um, it also gives more information about the models. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Did you not know that? Yeah, I have Phoebe, I have Dan, and then I have D. You're good, D. Don't worry. I know it can be confusing. But yeah, so then I also included like Forby's hair color. Like I did put in a color card. So like more of like a reference sheet. Same with like the base of the eye color. The base of the eye color is a very bright pink that fades into like orange and then yellow, right? Pretty important if you're going to have someone do art for you. Same with like height, right? So I included the three's main height because I am an ink demon, right? Forbidden is an eldritch ink demon who is constantly changing shape. So it's like I really can't give you weight and I can't give you like a permanent height because I'm always changing it. But if you ever see a 4B, if you ever see a Dan, if you ever see a D, they all are at a set height. So it's consistent, just like they all have the same. So Forbidden always has the same eye color, same hair color as their base, right? But they all each individually have their own eye shape. Dee's fang is on one side, Dan's is on the other, and then 4B, if she's not wearing lipstick, or if she is wearing lipstick, depending on the lipstick, she'll have two fangs, right? And I feel like that's a detail that a lot of people don't realize that I have in my models. You'll also always see on a 4B or a Dan or a D that they'll be wearing like ink pot earrings because again they're an eldritch ink demon, right? So it's just a nod to that. D and 4B have very similar styles typically. You know it. You know it. Yeah. Yeah, she's almost always wearing lipstick. But yeah, no, typically 4B, if she's not wearing the lipstick, she has two fangs that you can see. 4B be everything, 4B is everything. Hey, Kosu, 4B is everyone. Right? So it then talks about like the fact that I do a weekly game night, that I do a monthly mix and mingle. And again, it talks about my experience. I've been in the streaming industry for 7 years. I've been a variety of different people. Like I've done lore writing. I've obviously been a streamer. I've done editing. I've done clips. I've helped like organize obviously like virtual events and things like that. It's okay, Leonard. It's okay. Hoi hoi. And then I also included Wasan, right? Like make a splash. Like that is my sticker inside reality. And it's a community support sticker. Wasan. Well, and that's the thing, right? I want people to know, like, I am here for you. Like, if you have any questions about streaming, if you want to have questions about reality, agencies, things like that, like, I am fairly fluent in the industry simply because I've been in it for so long and I've been exposed to a variety of different content creators. And like, my family does have like a background in entertainment, and things like that. So yeah, so that's this poster, which again, I like it, but I feel like it's very cluttered. Hello Koski, hello Malachi, right? And then there's the one that I'm currently working on, which is I'm going for more of like a magazine cover. No, you're good, you're good. I hope you feel better, D. But yeah, sick party. I love you. But yeah, so I'm going for like more of a magazine cover on this one. Where are you distributing this? So Kosu, I am making these because we have the Osaka Virtual Station coming up, that expo inside reality. And so the theme of the expo this year is what do you do? Right? Like what do you do as a streamer? Who are you? What's your brand? What's your identity? And so on this one, I included all three models. And as you can see, like they all have a similar color palette in clothing, but they also have a very different like style to them, right? Like you look at them and they all have different aesthetics, which is kind of the point. And yeah, you will typically see Dan rocking more rebellious clothing, more rebel, while 4B is definitely more of a serious dresser. And then D is much more like soft boy hours. Alright. Hello, hello, loves. So then I do again, like I went with more of a magazine lettering and blurbs, talking about like streaming for beginners and things like that. I might want to make this like a bigger font though, because, and then I'm probably going to keep it bigger and more for dressing posh, right? So again, I want people to like see the difference. And like, yeah, you'll have 4B be one way or another because again, we're an Eldritch Ink Demon who's changing their shape to make people feel more comfortable, right? So I'm definitely going to try to appeal to more variety. But yeah, that's kind of like the, yeah, 4B is definitely more of a formal person. You really won't see 4B rocking anything more streetwear. Like very rarely will you see 4B rocking streetwear. Hello, hi, Toka. So it is just one of those things where, sorry, gomenasai, I have to do that. Thank you. Who's doing this? So besides you. So it's available to everyone in reality. The Ahsoka station. It's available to everyone. It's so similar to the Reality Expo that happened last year in May, and then the Creators Fair that happened in the fall. This is a similar program where you make the material and then you submit it to Reality. Reality then has a panel that will go through it and then select. I don't know how many they're selecting. I know for the expo, I want to say it was like 50 people, and then for the Creator Fair, it was like 25, 30 people. So somewhere in that ballpark, I would say. I haven't looked at all. Regarding the Akibara, ooh, what's going on in Akibara? Yeah, so I would say it's between 20 and 50 people. And I know the last 2 times that they've done these types of showcases, they've combined the US and the JP server, so they're not separate. Should I do it or not? I mean, Kosu, do you need to go to Akibara? Do you need another billboard? Can you compete in the Akibara billboard? Like, did they change the rules so that other people can do it? Yeah, is it US only? Is it US only? It's US only. So I don't... Because here's the thing. Technically, you shouldn't be allowed to do it because you don't, you know. But we also know that they have a history of allowing people who, you know, don't allowing to win. Yeah. So I would recommend not to do it. I would also recommend them sending an inquiry through the app and asking again, because obviously they've been allowing it with the billboards. So, and I know that was something that they were working on with their legal team. Oh yeah, no. Oh, Kosu. Yeah. It was bad. It was bad. Anyways, so I'm thinking, oh yeah, yeah, Nabi. Oh yeah, no, I ripped into them. I ripped into them from all sides. Yeah, so again, I would just ask, because I do know that they've been talking about changing that event because it is a digital asset and not a physical asset. They are being very hard on physical assets that they're doing need to be won by people who have US residency. But that was the answer that I had received. Yeah. Like, that is the answer that I received from the head of the event team, was that because it's a digital event, there's more leeway than a physical event. Okay. My question is, what's stopping somebody from filling in their friend's address for physical events? Because for me to ship something to someone in Canada is not that exempt. You know, it is fraud. Technically it is. But there's also nothing saying that I can't win the event and then gift somebody it. There's literally nothing that says I can't do that. Oh, yeah. I don't know what to make this headliner. There we go. Why is this connected to this? Unconnect this. Okay, now I tilted that. Oh, yeah. Stop connecting that. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. Soon going to my hotel. Can't wait to jump in your jacuzzi. Ayo, you deserve it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Evie. You gonna splishy, splashy, take a bath, okay? But yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing. We're not saying anything wrong. Ooh, the bath bomb, nice. Okay, there's nothing wrong. We are saying nothing incorrect. It is all true. There is nothing, and that is something that they should think about. That is something that they, the company, should think about when they do these events. Is that there is no rule stated that I cannot win the event and then gift it to somebody. It does say I can't sell it. It does clearly say that I can't sell it. But there's nothing wrong with gifting it. I just love how Kossu's answer is like, because it's not right. Yeah, morally, it might not be right. So give it to me so I can sell it. But no, like, that's my thing, right? So, like, I really, my brain goes places. It burr, right? It go burr. But my thing is, right, so the bear event, the bears are going for about 1 mil. Like 1 to 2 mil. The only reason why the second bear went crazy was because of the Black Friday sale. Right, that's why the November bear went crazy. Otherwise that bear wouldn't have gone for that much. It would have been in the 1 to 2, right? Everybody who really wants a bear or who has crazy supporters already has the bear now. Okay? Besides our foreign friends. Right? So what's stopping me? And just hear me out. I'm not saying I'm doing this. If anybody on reality team is watching this, I'm not saying I'm going to do this. But what is stopping me from streaming, doing my stream, winning the event, and then shipping it? Right? Because I'm already shipping SA Bear Bear. Bear Bear is going to be shipped around the world for a community project. So what's stopping me from having multiple SA Bear Bears being shipped around the world? And then it just, one of them doesn't make it back. Okay? One of them doesn't make it back. And we just win a new bear every month. I'll take it to Canada. You're going to wait until after July. Yeah, because you're thinking about the event that you want the most, right? You want the sticker event, so you're going for the sticker in July. And typically the way it does work is it goes sticker week and then bear week. They tend to do those events back to back, which killed me. I died because I did them back to back. But it be what it be, you know? Be what it be. Saying backwards. It is not wanting to go back. Go backwards. Send backward. Then backward. Why are you not going backwards? Wait, not me trying to actually. Okay, that's as far forward as you go. Okay, I guess it just looks weird. It'll be a bloodbath. Yeah! If the bear goes for foreigners, it's going to be a bloodbath. It is! It is. It is going to be an absolute bloodbath because the bears used to be buyable, right? You used to be able to buy the bears on the booth. I want this in front. There. Why are you... 4 feet. Get out of the way. There we go. Hey, Sin. Boy, Kosu. Have fun, Amalie. Should I go for the bear in July? I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with going for the bear. Again, I love the bear. I really wanted the bear. It's why I did the bear event. I also thought the bear event, though, wasn't going to be happening like every other week. Hey, Pat, but I thought the bear was going to be more exclusive, which is why I did it when I did it. If I had known that the bear was going to be accessible to everyone right away, I would have definitely waited it out. I would have waited until about 6 months when I knew the exact range. Yeah, I would have waited until I knew the exact range of what the bears were going for, and then waited until the big people got their bears. That would have been my game plan. If I had known that the bears were going to be monthly, I wouldn't have rounded up as many supporters, and I probably would have talked to the other people who were doing the bear event and organized having a lower score, which is what they've been doing. People literally are like getting together and chatting. And everyone is like agreeing to a range that their community can support. Right? Because not everybody's community can support 1,000,000 points every week. Or over 1,000,000 points every week. Yeah. Yeah, that's because Vanny wanted the sticker. Everybody knew Vanny wanted the sticker. Everyone knew how much Vanny was going to be getting. Everyone knew that Vanny was going to be getting between 5 and 10 mil. So just going into the sticker event with Vanny, if I was expecting to be placed 3rd, I would have expected my group to have about 3 million. Just to get into 3. Knowing that someone was going to go that high, yeah, I would have planned for 3 mil. Now, when I did it, when I did it in October, right, when I registered, there really wasn't anyone who had like crazy whales. So I was expecting 2 to 4. 2 to 4 million was the range that I was expecting and planning for. And that is how much I had, basically people tell me that they had. Okay, was in that range. And then the ladies from Korea came in. And I knew right away as soon as the ladies from Korea came in that it was going to be a much more expensive sticker. At that point, I wasn't competing for 1st. I was competing for 3rd because I knew I could not beat Korean wallets. I mean, that's a lie. I could. But I didn't want my sticker to be that expensive. Right? I didn't think it needed to be that expensive. It was excessive. Right? So I did calculate out the other people in the event and their typical scores, right? Like what they typically get gifted, where they're normally in the top. Yeah. And yeah, it might have been a little scary at the end because really anybody could have jumped, right? But also because the Korean counterparts got so high so quickly, a lot of people bowed out of the event. A lot of people bowed out. Yeah, well, because crazily enough, I do have a reputation, and thankfully, I haven't really managed to anger anybody. And so when people saw that I was competing and I was in third, a lot of the other US streamers were very generous in leaving me in third. Hasta hayo, because they like me well enough. And that's why reputation is important, right? That's why reputation is important. Because if you have a good reputation and you know, are helpful to other people and things like that, then people will be helpful towards you. And if you do an event or something, then people see you and you're trying your best, people are going to kind of let you do it. We don't talk about reputation. Okay, forehead. But yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, so I'm looking at like this fashion magazine and like what they're doing, and trying to reflect it in here, but not, because I don't need this. I don't need the trend section. I could probably move this up though. We'll change this. I just don't want it to be, again, too overwhelming. Because we all know I can talk forever. I don't know if I like how this is. I like where this is at the bottom. What did we do? Canva? Not me, like, clicking things on my screen, going blah, 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 blah. Like, I could put this here. Oh, I just lost it. Forby, no, not you, honey lump. Dan. Oh, we gotta move Forby to get the Dan. Forby. Dan. Forby. Okay. Well, understandable. Not the crying. Stop crying and stream. You're fine. You're fine. It's okay. And then we can move this over here. Give the space. We go. We could reflect that and put our QR code in. I'm not okay. What do you mean? Oh, you're fine. Okay, so it says it's already in the front. Forby, stop getting in the way of Dan. See, you really can't see the QR code though by putting it there. So we could put it up here, but then that looks weird. Like, does that make sense? It looks weird up there. But if I put it down here, you can't really see it through Dandan's pants. Because I'm an ink demon, there's ink all over it, like, you know. Okay, I think we won't have the little barcode box. Really don't need, you can't really scan things while inside reality, so I don't think we need that. Okay. Okay, Nord. Okay. Well, why does it look so much brighter on my phone? Wait, I don't think it looks that bright. Is that a 5? No, that's an S. Okay. I am kind of blind. Okay. See, this is why I don't make posters. I mean, you're the only forbidden, so like, what do you mean I'm the only forbidden? Literally, Saf went and looked up and she's like, there are 2 more Forbies. There are 2 more forbiddens now. Although I did have someone recognize me in stream today again. Do you know how? It's so weird. I am the only one with green hair who likes to wear silly hats. You are correct. I do like to wear the silly hats. Okay, there's nothing wrong with liking to wear silly hats. I just don't know if I like where that is laying. My hat was so hard to draw. I'm just upset that I don't have the cat hat on the mail, so I can't make the glitch hat for Dandan and D. Because for D, I do typically use the male model, simply because the male models are like more androgynous, than the female model. Shari, hayo. You can use the hair you're wearing right now. I know. Ohayo, hoi hoi. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, D tends to wear the more androgynous hairs. The bob is pretty androgynous, but to make my glitched cat hat, I use the black cat beret and the black bucket hat. D and Dan only have the blue one. And it's a different shade of blue than the light blue that they made for the bucket hat. Yeah, so I can't make the cat glitched hat for them. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'm only missing like 2 of the androgynous hairs at this point for them. So which is really good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But do you guys like how it's looking? Right, do you guys like how it's looking? Are you sure? Because I just don't like where the community game night is sitting. But then it's definitely way too much if it's all on one side. Like, does that make sense? So I don't know. I haven't typed it yet. I haven't pulled out the keys. Yeah. It's currently just jumble. It's just mumble jumble. Well, good. You're not supposed to understand it because there are no words. But yeah, do you like it better on one side or do you like it so it's kind of stacked? To do two different sides. Okay. Hi, vampire. Hi. Hi, hi. Alright, I am going to end stream early though because my belly is feeling nauseous again. So I will see you in a little bit. You're covering too much of the E. Poor D, always forgotten, the unloved child. Alright, je ne m'attends à Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Bye bye. I love you too. Mwah.